Okay, I think I have this working right. So everyone will just have to give me a second here. I'm just going to wait for this to load because, of course, it's the internet. Everything has a really slow load time. Hi, guys. My name is Margaret, and I'm actually wearing one of my Mercy crowns right now. Oh no, I have too many things open right now, and I can hear myself talk. Oh, shut up, Margaret. I really don't care what you have to say say right now. Uh, yeah, you'll have to excuse me. I've had a few beer because it's almost Canada Day, and I live in Canada, and that's just what we start doing. We start having our beers on the day before Canada starts being exciting. So it's the end of June. I'm excited about things, even though I've had a wonderfully stressful June. I'm drinking Schooner beer. This is a delightfully Canadian beer. Somebody's already saying to me, "Say out, say out." I apologize. I'm sorry. I have a really Canadian accent. So this is a twist off, and of course I'm struggling with it. Yes, here we go. So earlier in the day, when I was super busy, I had I do some contract work, so I was busy with some contract work and like things like that. So I've been asking people on my Twitter feed to just send me questions over today. And I'm scrolling back because there's 10 million questions here. I asked everybody to give me the most invasive personal questions possible. So I really hope that there's nothing too terrible here because my parents do occasionally watch my live streams and my videos. Um, yeah, it's also been pretty funny because it's almost a joke now because my mom always reads all of the comments on my YouTube. I don't always have time for it, but my mom always does it. So whenever you guys leave like a really weird comment on my YouTube, you're just sending it to my mom. You're sending it to Mrs. to Mrs. Margaret's belly. Um, so yeah, just I have my phone in front of me here. I have some beer. There's actually a bonfire going on in my backyard right now. There's like 8 people just hanging out because this is just what Canadians do. You just start a fire and people just show up. It's pretty fun. Um, so yeah, I'm wearing my Mercy crown. Like I've been working on a Mercy cosplay, and this is the first crown that I tried. This one actually it was too small, so I just made it to fit under my gaming headset here because I'm a terrible nerd, and this is how I'm going to be streaming on Twitch this summer. But I have a much bigger Mercy helmet. It's going to be absolutely giant. It's got like clips in it and everything. It's My whole costume looks super cool. We ran into a few snags making it. We When we made the breastplate for it, like a couple of us were working on the breastplate, and it turns out that a whole bunch of cracks ended up in it. So we had to go over it several times with something called Plasti-Dip, which is like this rubber aerosol thing. So we've had really terrible weather in Nova Scotia lately, and we've just been waiting for it to be sunny out. And so we put like one layer of Plasti-Dip on, and like I would put it on the deck or like in my lawn or something, and just wait and hope and pray. I don't have Twitter, says somebody in the YouTube chat. I'll try to pay attention to you guys too. I'm trying really hard. But again, it's Canada Day, so I am allowed to have a few beer. Okay, yeah, still scrolling. I have a lot of mentions here. Oh my gosh. I'm terrible at writing people back on Twitter. It's just a thing in my life. So yeah, so a couple hours ago, I asked people to please start sending me questions. Wait, what do we have here? First of all, there's an elephant in the room that I'd really like to address with you guys. So there's been an issue lately on my Twitter with people have been coming into my house here and switching the toilet paper roll. And I find it incredibly unfortunate because as a longtime Simpsons fan, I do believe that there is such thing as an improper overhand fashion for putting a toilet paper roll. I should have brought toilet paper in here with me. But anyway, if you're one of those people who hangs toilet paper over like that, you are just incredibly wrong. And it's unnatural, and like it's the wrong way to hang toilet paper. I don't care if that's what the patent says, but a lot of people have been tweeting at me, calling me crazy, and you're all just absolutely wrong. I can't tell you how wrong this is. Oh well, people are talking about my boob size, and that's just great. This is what I'm talking about. My mom reads all the comments on this, so yeah, Mama Margaret's belly is going to read that, and she's just going to shake her head and hope that those internet's people are being really nice to me. So let's take a look here at some of the questions that people have been sending me. So keep sending me questions. I'll try to grab everything I can. I'm really enjoying this. I like doing like longer live streams when I can. It's really hard to do a straight up video because my life is in like absolute chaos right now, both from contract work and from other contract work that just kind of exploded. It's just like I don't really work a normal job like regular people do. I work many contracts all at once, and I can't really talk about them all because the people that I work for don't necessarily want to know that I'm working for them. So let's just start on the questions here. So Somatic Vibe on Twitter asks, ever thought about coming to any of the game or anime expos on the West Coast? I would love to. My sister lives in California, and I love visiting her. It's super nice whenever I get to go down there because I spend like a month there, and all I do is eat In-N-Out Burger like 2 to 3 times a day. It's really pathetic. I actually base all of my calorie counts on how many animal style fries I'm going to eat when I'm down there. I get almost all of my sustenance when I'm in the States from the In-N-Out Burger because it's so damn good. I was at Stanley's Kamikaze, I think 2 years ago when I was in Los Angeles. I actually got a press pass. For some reason, they believed the fact, like I used to work for some other website, and they accepted my credentials because I also, it's really sneaky to do this, but I was also like, oh, here's the things that I've written, and you know, here are all my nerd credentials. Also, I'm female. Also, I'm disabled. Please accept me. And they totally bought it. They totally gave me a press pass. It was great. I had an absolute blast of a time there. I got to meet so many great people. Like there were some fantastic cosplayers down there. I had no idea that, like I knew that there was always, you know, the, I think it's the 501st, the Stormtrooper company, but I didn't realize that there was also like a huge Ghostbusters fandom of these Ghostbusters groups always hanging out with each other. I don't know. So the Ghostbusters actually really impressed me, and I would love to go. I don't know what I would do at an anime expo because the only thing that I really know about anime is Sailor Moon because I'm really basic like that. It's quite terrible. I'd go to an anime expo pretty much just to dress up and meet people. It'd be super fun. I am planning right now with a few of my friends, kind of some of my international friends group because I'm sad and none of my friends here want to do things with me, to go to Dragon Con in Atlanta in September. So that's going to be fantastic. I'm going to wear Mercy. I'm going to have Mercy for Dragon Con, and I'm also going to dress up as Zev this is the beer's fault. I'm going to dress up as Zev Bellringer from Lex because I love Lex, and it was actually shot in my city. So I'm going to do Lex. I've already picked up the leather for the Lex costume. That's going to be fantastic. I'm going to do Gordon Freeman. I've already started on the armor build for Gordon Freeman. I picked up some paints for Gordon Freeman too, because Gordon Freeman is fucking awesome. I love how it's, you know, it's not really a gendered thing, and I don't have to do sexy Gordon Freeman because Gordon Freeman is an everyman, and I remember the 90s quite clearly, so that's what I'm going to do. I can't figure out what else I'm going to do. I might bring like a Marilyn Monroe costume with me just because it's Atlanta. It's going to be really warm, and I've been warned that it's a great drinking convention, so I wanted to wear some stuff that would be kind of comfortable for me to be oot and a boot with. I still don't know. I probably need 1 or 2 more costumes, so I need to work on that. Have to get Gordon out first. But as for the West Coast, I'm not sure when I'm going to be out there again. I keep trying really hard to find times to hang out with Lauren Southern because she also does cosplay. So we really need to get both of our rears in gear and keep making fun of each other for being really out of shape, and then go to a convention together on the West Coast. Atlanta is hot as balls during the summer. Yeah, I've been warned, so I'm really kind of scared. What else are people saying here? What cell phone from 2002 is this broadcasted from? This is from my laptop. Yeah, everything in my life is in flux. I hate that word because but it's still a good word because I'm living here and I'm also house sitting, and I'm also helping other friends move, and I'm doing all these ridiculous things, and there's just been no sleep in my life. So I'm just doing this for my laptop right now. My production quality has gone slightly downhill, but here I am. I'm still here. I'm still alive. So I've had to put more into my beer budget. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. I've been really busy this week because I've been helping out doing wardrobe. It's totally word. Wardrobe on a music video for this Canadian rapper called Classified. I don't know. I felt like a jerk because like I had no idea who he was when I showed up. But yeah, I kind of got involved with that shoot because for a lot of the fittings, there were the 2 actresses involved in the music video are both like teenagers. So I was kind of there as the girl to help them do some of their fittings. So that was super fun. I helped out with a music video. That was cool. What what else do we have here? Oh, West Coast stuff. I'm not sure what else is going on the West Coast because I'd have to fly out there. There's no way I'd be able to drive out to the West Coast, but it would be really fun to go back for Kamikaze in October because I really, really like that. And I really think that Stan Lee, before he dies, poor fella, he's eventually just going to, I'm guessing he's just going to remove all the Marvel stuff from San Diego Comic-Con, which is just, you know, it's full of normies right now. You can't go to San Diego Comic-Con to enjoy it as a Comic-Con. So I really think that Marvel's going to end up switching all of their stuff and just say, like, F you guys, we're going to do everything at the Los Angeles Convention Center. You know, screw you guys, we're going home, doing our own thing. Show fridge. No, I'm sorry, I can't take the laptop out and show you my fridge. It's just full of bacon and beer right now. So I would like to go back for Kamikaze. That's my answer for the West Coast. It'd be fun to go to some of the PAX stuff, but I'm bad at current video games. I've been playing a lot of Overwatch, a little too much Overwatch. But I really like my old DOS games because I don't understand what kids these days like doing. Oh. Somebody's saying in the chat here, my family got booted out of our motel one year for San Diego Comic-Con. That sucks. Yeah, fucking normies, eh? If I had money, I would spend so much time going to these ridiculous nerd conventions because this is my life now. I love this stuff. It's so much fun. Mitsu, I really hate you for tweeting this at me, and I'm going to try so hard to say this. It's never been easy. Give me a second. Everybody drink for Canada and the Queen. And Queen Trudeau. Has anyone really been far as decided to use even go want to do look more like? And I forget the proper response to that because I'm not made out of Yahoo Answers, unfortunately. Spanzer tweets at me, are you suing Blizzard for that blatant theft of your likeness for Mercy? Also, do you play her much? I think Mercy's face is based off of Marilyn Monroe's, and I do my makeup based off of Monroe's makeup, which, you know, kind of goes for a nice wide face. Unfortunately, I have this like big horrifying square jaw, so I always have to contour down. So whenever I do like my normal person makeup, I end up just looking like Mercy because I stole my makeup from Marilyn Monroe because she's dead. So whatever, I can use her makeup tricks if I want. And Mercy was obviously modeled off of her. Mercy is taller than me, but yeah, I think I should sue Blizzard because I think that they have a couple of bucks in the bank. I should sue them and then spend that money on Vanilla WoW, I guess. No more Vanilla WoW, no more Nostralius. I had like a level 3 undead something or other on Vanilla WoW because my sister is the kind of person who has like a completely amped up normal person WoW account, and she was trying to get me hooked on WoW, so she decided to start me with Vanilla because sadly my entire family is really sadly nerdy. I can't believe we're actually able to do this. What's this? I can't pronounce this. Warcat1 tweets at me, how many kilograms / pounds / weight of bacon have you eaten in the past month? How much should it have been? I haven't figured out how much I should have been eating, but I've been doing a bacon challenge, but then everything just went absolutely crazy. I've still been eating bacon. I kept getting sick a lot. I made a really terrible mistake for a few days, and I ate food with too much vegetables and fiber in it. So I spent a lot of time making really good friends with like the bathroom, just trying really hard not to throw up. So for like a few days at a time, I was just really unable to eat anything. And I think it would have been just too sad to sit in front of you and have bacon and be like, well, if I eat this, I'm probably going to go get sick. So that really sucks. I definitely failed the bacon challenge this month. I tried really hard. Lucas Nolan tweets at me, why do you hang your toilet paper incorrectly? Okay, again with the toilet paper thing. Toilet paper it's not supposed to be, that's the improper overhand fashion. That's what you find in a squalid hellhole, okay? It's supposed to be underhand. I don't know what is everybody's problem with my toilet paper. Jasek, I can't figure out if I'm pronouncing your name right. Somebody else that I still need to play Overwatch with tweets at me, would you be willing to take an educational course in the proper hanging of toilet paper? Okay, again, overhand is the wrong way to do it. My God. What else? Fallen Devil King, will you be doing a photo shoot with Mercy? Yes, actually my roommate, who's currently tending to our bonfire, there are s'mores. I'm currently missing s'mores right now, which is very sad. She's a professionally trained photographer. She has a photography degree. So we've been waiting for her schedule. We decided a few weeks ago that we would do some outdoor shots because the lighting is better because I'm very pale, and indoor lighting is really, really difficult to work around this this incredibly pale, I do not go outside, I have a vitamin D deficiency style face. But then the weather has just been absolutely horrific lately. So we're still waiting on that. And it's probably driving me crazier than you guys because I just have this Mercy costume. And I still need to take photos in it, and I hate it. Great, I got somebody else. Yeah, J6 sent me a game, a diagram about the proper ways of hanging the toilet paper, which is, it should be the underhand way. I disagree with this. Somebody asked me what the means of production, and then I got a terrible, terrible flashback to that terrible university course I took on like socialism and labor studies. Just awful. Just absolutely awful. Peter D writes, have the Paramount fan film guidelines killed all Star Trek fan productions forever? I think so. I read the guidelines and they were just terrible. So I think that what people have to do is, like, I love Axanar. I met the guys who, I met Alec Peters a couple of years ago when I was at Kamikaze, and he's such a big Star Trek fan. He fucking loves he really loves Star Trek. So I have a lot of respect for him. He's a lovely fellow. So I really hope that Axanar does manage to find a way to proceed, because it's fantastic. It's the best. You know, like, I've seen Star Trek Continues on and all that. Like, I've met a lot of the actors involved in those. They're all great. They do a wonderful job of recreating TOS, which is the best Star Trek, original series, best Star Trek. They really recreate it very, very well. But Axanar takes the love of original Star Trek and brings it somewhere that it should go, and it can go. So I'm not sure if the fan film guidelines have killed all Star Trek fan productions forever, but I think that it is going to force people to be incredibly creative, or we're just going to have to, instead of talking about the Klingons, we're just going to have to, I don't know, pig Latin it, have like the Gonklings. I don't know, whatever. Or I really hope that the Star Trek that's coming out next year is not going to be, you know, the SJW generation. Like, I love TNG, but you know, it really can be like, you know, a bit hippy dippy, and they would throw in stupid stuff about climate change, and they would throw in stupid stuff like let Wesley do anything at all. The Wesley episodes are terrible. The one about the nanobots or whatever the heck he had, that was acceptable, but I think that they should have only let him marry Sue once. Just one Mary Sue, and that's it. Just tell Wesley to go away forever. Just shut up, Wesley. What else are people axing me? How are you planning on losing weight? See, this is really funny, says younger_x_. So Lauren Southern and I, it's been really, really great to see the reactions of people who don't know what's happening. Lauren and I are both, I'm older than her and I'm shorter than her. And so I'm like wrinklier than her and like, you know, fatter than her. We're both making fun of each other because when we Skype, we're both like eating food and being like, oh, ha, 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 we're doing nothing, but we're not going to the gym, we're being lazy, we're getting fat, LOL. Because this is how women with a good body image actually talk to each other. We kind of make fun of each other. And a really good friend is the kind of person who will tell you when maybe you have an extra 4 pounds of fat and you no longer have like the muscle definition that you used to have. And then they just kind of make fun of you. And then you go to the gym and then everything's better. So Lauren and I have been tweeting back and forth at each other, more and more savage things about how we're both getting fat. You know, which obviously we're not. We're both lovely ladies. I think my image stuck there for a second, so I really hope that this is continuing. Please, internets, please. Nobody else is currently on the Wi-Fi, just me. Yeah, so I don't really know how I plan on losing weight. One of my girlfriends works at a gym really close by here, so I'm gonna have to see her in the next few days and pick up a membership. So Claire, I'll be seeing you soon. What else do we have here? People complaining about toilet paper again. Oh my God. What else here? More people complaining about toilet paper. Like, it has to be underhand. Overhand fashion is just wrong. Oh no, my image seems to have gone wrong. So I'm just gonna write something in the chat here. So I'll just get really, really close. All right, sorry. Okay. What else? Underhand in a public bathroom, but the paper would touch the wall. Ew. Like, I don't understand what kind of a messy system you guys are using for your toilet paper. Like, it just has to be. Overhand is improper. Improper overhand fashion. It's not just like a funny Simpsons joke. It's just true to life. What else do we have here? I need more questions. More stuff about toilet paper. More stuff about toilet paper. Oh my God. You people are so wrong about toilet paper. Philip Tobias writes, says, the more important questions are pineapple and pizza. Obviously, yes. And Hellmann's or Miracle Whip. Obviously Hellmann's, because real mayonnaise is much better than... Miracle Whip is a sandwich ruiner. I don't know why you'd ever put that on a sandwich. But you do appear to agree with me that toilet paper should be underhand. So good for you. Good for you. More tweets at me about the right way to do the toilet paper, which is the wrong way. Nima writes, when God created toilet paper, he meant it to be overhand, not underhand. Okay, that is wrong. I'm taking you off my Facebook friends list, you jerk. Serapha Fire writes, boxers or briefs? Well, because I'm a girl, I'm going to say yes, because that's it's ephemeral to my condition. Oh, there's liberal lunacy. Margaret, stream it with a Cripple Buddy. Hi, honey bunny. What else? What do you think of Brexit? I don't know. I think it's funny to watch the fire go. The second it gets like over 22 degrees Celsius, which is the correct way to do temperature, I stop caring about politics. When it's nice out, I don't care anymore. So ask me in October what I think about politics. I'll be cold and angry again. Oh, Honey Badger Radio is yelling me to scroll up. Sorry, sweeties. Yeah, you guys have DM'd me like 10 times. So please DM me again. I think I'm actually going to be really busy next week. I have a wedding to go to next weekend, so I should probably get a haircut because I'm a scruff monster, and I should probably actually buy a dress, and I should probably buy shoes for this wedding. I'm really terrible. I try to keep my wardrobe really, really simple because I'm not smart enough to keep track of everything, and I only have so much closet space. So I'm a bad female. I'm really bad at like buying new dresses all the time, so I have to do that. Do you prefer underhand toilet paper better when overhand is obviously the most efficient way to do it? Okay, you know what? Fuck you. That's the worst tweet ever. Taxman12 asks, are you a casket or a cremation type of gal? Well, I'm a God-fearing Catholic, so if I'm reading Revelation correctly, I think that I have to be buried with my body whole so I can join Jesus Christ in the afterlife, because St. Thomas Aquinas says that when you have the body and soul separated, they both have to be put back together again, and I went to school for this, so I'm not even getting into it. It's very silly. Manly Chicken writes, when will you play more Overwatch? We never got to play. I'm so sorry. I've been playing in like 20-minute increments at like weird hours during the day. I've been so busy with things just to de-stress. I keep forgetting that video games are really, really fun. So when I'm like super stressed out about stuff, I'm like, okay, it's like 3 a.m. I have all these other things on the go. I should probably play Overwatch for a bit, and then I just get angry at people. I think I forgot to mention earlier, I've mostly been maining Mercy, because Mercy is lovely. I need to start doing Twitch streams and just call it a healing stream and just pick Mercy no matter what, even if people are pissed off at me and there's like 2 other support characters. I'm just going to play Mercy because fuck you. Her gun is actually super powerful. If you're Mercy, you can kill a Junkrat like really, really quickly, assuming that the person playing Junkrat does not know what the fuck they're doing. You will never kill Tracer as Mercy. If somebody is playing a flanker and they don't know how to play it, then you can kill them very easily. Nobody expects Mercy to go from her thing to her gun. So yeah, just start taking shots. Like I was playing a game yesterday where I killed like 4 people as Mercy, but that wasn't in competitive play. That was in the quick plays. So I think all the really good players just like went off and started doing competitive play. So I was stuck with a bunch of casuals, I guess, like myself. So my bad. Take a look at some more tweets. Who do you think is a superior pet, dogs or cats? I'm going to say dogs because I love puppy dogs. I don't know. They're just super cute. Dog spotting is one of my favorite things in the world. Dogs are great, and like they just smile at you all the time. Cats are really judgmental, and I don't think I need any more of that in my life. Widowmaker or bust, says somebody who's obviously not going to bother to ever get good with Genji. Now, Widowmaker players are so boring. Like, come on. I don't know. She got nerfed a little while ago, so... Yeah, the Widowmaker nerf really helped out with a lot of the support characters, so I was really happy with the Widowmaker nerf. I think that was on the same patch as this sounds nerdy, but I apologize. It's late at night and I'm talking about Overwatch to a stream while I'm wearing Overwatch crown. This is my life now. But yeah, I think that was the patch that also nerfed. Who was it? It's High Noon, that guy. That jerk. McCree. Nobody ever plays McCree after the nerf, thank God. Play May and build that wall, says somebody in chat. Anything to add to Anita's last video on lingerie armor? Oh my gosh, she actually did one. Oh my, it breaks my heart to watch Anita's videos because she does not care anymore, especially after she broke up with Joshington Macintosh. It's just been absolutely terrible. Armless Steve asks me, oh good, a nice, fantastic personal question. Is it possible for you to get constipated? Yes, except like I don't have a large intestine. So if you have a small intestine and you get constipated, it's actually called a blockage and it's really serious and you have to go to the hospital and get surgery because everything just gets like totally stopped and you just start throwing up and you have to have somebody surgically go in and either cut away part of your small intestine or surgically remove the food that you ate, which is not fun, not fun at all. Somebody asks, this is terrible and invasive, I can do that. Would you risk your colon coming out when doing anal? Okay, I hope my mom isn't watching this. I have no interest in anything to do with butt stuff because I'm a normal human being. I just don't think you should put things up there. It's one way only. I have not asked about butt stuff, really. After my surgery, they gave me like a couple of pamphlets. They're like, here's how the rest of your life is going to be. And I noticed that the pamphlets never really went over what would happen if you were a gay man who had my surgery and you were in like a gay male relationship and you were a bottom. Because I was curious, obviously, when you have that much of your dignity just outraged, when you have that much of your privacy just outraged and like literally removed from you, you stop caring and you're just interested in other people's weird lives. I don't think that there are any resources available online to tell anybody who is into butt stuff how they can go about it without damaging themselves. So I wish I had an answer for you, but I don't. It's not something that I've been researching it, and I don't know how people who are into butt stuff would go about surviving that. Oh, well. Okay, that's the butt question. Kaza125 asks, if Donald Trump didn't run, who from the start would be the likely Republican nominee? Would Bush have been less bullied? Well, I think that Jeb should be bullied. That's just a personal belief of mine, whether or not he's running for the nomination. I think that we would have ended up with Mittens, not because I'm like super smart and I know how the nomination process works, but that's what Ann Coulter said, last May or last June, that the Republican establishment would really want to just throw Mittens back into the fight. Whatever. Liberal Lunacy says, butt play is okay, Margaret. I don't know, it's just not my cup of tea. Some things are just not my cup of tea. Somebody, what else do we? Matt asks, how did you get into gaming? Have your views about games changed over time? I didn't really get into gaming. It just kind of started. I kind of grew up with it. When I was really young, some of my older cousins were also really big nerds, so they introduced me and my siblings to amazing things like early Apple computers and early DOS games. So that's what I've really stuck with. I think that Scorched Earth was probably one of the first games that I absolutely loved as a kid. I sometimes have a hard time playing DOS games on my computer. It took me forever to figure out how to get Commander Keen because I have one of the Steam bulk packages that has all the Commander Keen stuff in it. And you have to go in and like mess with the batch files to change the overlay to get it to actually work on your machine. But other than that, I think for my computer, I would have to start a virtual machine to actually go ahead and use DOSBox. I don't know. I've had trouble with DOSBox in this machine for some reason. It's really, really sad. Cato the Real says, Miss McLennan, I would like to report your philosophy on toilet roll is incorrect according to my mother. Please repent. Okay, overhand toilet paper is wrong. I'm like, I can't even say that I'm sorry for it. And I'm really disappointed in the lot of you. I've tried very hard not to mute you overhanded people. Like, I have a lot of tolerance for people with different views. I can hang around with lefties. I don't care what your sexuality is. Like, I don't care if you're missing a limb. But I do have an issue. I don't care about the trans bathroom debate. I care about the toilet roll paper debate. You people who do the overhand stuff can go into that bathroom, and I'm just going to stay with the normies with the underhanded toilet paper. What else do we have here? Matt asks again, what was your high school experience or college experience like? I don't know. I went to high school. I showed up. I played rugby. I was in the school musical. I was really generic. I still have friends from high school, so nothing too special, nothing too crazy. College, I was sick like day one in university. Nobody could figure out what was wrong with me. One of the problems with having bowel disease when you're female is that if you go to see a doctor and you're at a university, the doctors will say, "Oh, the reason you're sick all the time is because you're pregnant." And I couldn't explain to them that I'm not really that kind of person, and you can't just say, "Oh, you're pregnant, therefore that's why you're like sick and throwing up all the time," or "Oh, you're just crazy." So I still have a lot of university friends that I keep in touch with just on the daily that I see around all the time. But university did end up really sucking for me because I was so sick and nobody could diagnose me and nobody wanted to diagnose me because if you're a woman with like any sort of stomach issues, they just say, "Oh, you're pregnant, stop being a hoe." And I'm like, "But I'm not a hoe. I'm actually a really good person." Um, yeah, so I got mad ignored by a lot of the doctors. Like, I think the worst exam I ever had in university was my British literature exam. I had to leave the room 3 times to go throw up because I was so sick, because nobody knew that I had bowel disease. So yeah, I left my exam 3 times to throw up. I can't even remember if I passed that class because the last time I went to throw up, I had to I called my parents and I was like, "Somebody please help me." They were hours and hours away. So they called one of my relatives who was nearby who, bless his heart, like picked me up, me like throwing up from the bathroom. Like, oh no, it was just absolutely awful. And everybody thought that I was just, if you keep going to see the doctors all the time saying, "Well, I'm sick, I'm throwing up," if you don't have really, really classic issues, like if you're not bleeding out of your rear end, your doctors are not going to know that it's a bowel issue. And a lot of times with my disease, ulcerative colitis, you're not bleeding. You're just, everything is so broken that it just comes out the front anyway. So you're just super sick. Uh, so it was really nice because I made some lovely friends, but it was also really terrible because I was incredibly sick all the time. And it was a really expensive adventure in throwing up during my exams. What else? When you visit the US, how is it different from Canada? I don't know. I still have not been able to really distill the main difference between America and Canada, mostly because I've spent most of my time in Los Angeles when I visit America. What's it like living on the wrong side of the French people? Isn't it tough being that far away from Sweet Street Trudeau? The French people are like zebra mussels or barnacles. You can't get rid of them once they're there. I'm tired of the French. I'm only racist against French people. I'm very strict about that. I'm not a racist person except for the French, because once you add one French person somewhere, anywhere, 400 years later, everything is still named after like St. Catherine. I don't understand it. That's a lot of questions here. What did you want to do for a living when you were a kid? I wanted to be a vet because I wanted to pat animals all day. Well, sorry, there's a bunch of double questions. There's a lot here. Have you ever thought about going into politics? I hope that I never go into politics. I like being the secretary type person for a lot of these things. What do you think about people who don't use logic? I always think back to my logic professor, who was always sad because he taught a class called logic and he taught a class called critical thinking. And he was always very upset about the fact that you can't teach logic in a single class. He said, if you want to learn logic and if you want to learn critical thinking, you have to do an entire degree in philosophy, because it's not enough to take one class. Like, you can't take one class in math and just be a math expert. What drives me up the wall is people on the internet who read like the Wikipedia article on logical fallacies and they think that they're logical experts from there on out. What else do we have here? Oh, sorry, there's a lot of things here. Oh my gosh, Skype actually tweeted at me because I was talking to one of my buddies who lives in Ireland, and I was telling him about how I saw a whole bunch of cute dogs that day, and he just hung up. And Skype replied to this conversation. They said, "Well, that's rude. Who doesn't love dogs?" So thank you, social media managers at Skype. So Ian Bibby says, pizza rolls versus bagel bites. Which one is the sorrier excuse for bite-sized pizza? You know what? I'm just going to say Totino's is great, even though I can't actually get them in Canada. Sorry, trying to keep up with everybody. Real Not Cool Guy says, hello, yes, when will you stop using toilet paper? Wrong, okay, bye, thanks. I'm using toilet paper right. I'm literally an expert in bowel disease. I've presented at bowel disease conferences. I'm a bowel disease lifestyle expert, and you're telling me that I'm using toilet paper wrong? People are crazy. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm really disturbed by this. If you were to buy a firearm of any kind, what would it be? Why would I stop at one? I don't know, like I was looking at some of the SKSs at Canadian Tire, but it would still cost like $400 to get. It'd be a good learning experience for me. Um, oh my gosh, there's so much here. I'm gonna be really mean and skip over a whole bunch of these questions because I can't keep up anymore. Oh no. Somebody asked, do you wipe back to front or front to back? I think that that's immaterial to the situation because everything is broken in me. Somebody, AI Ludicrous tweets at me, I have been looking for you on the Boobs for Brexit hashtag. How long do I have to wait? Well, I'm not a fucking whore, so I'm not going to take my tits out for Brexit. Like, it's the internet. You can go literally anywhere. Like, just Google like boobs, and you can find them. They're just not mine. I don't have to get my boobs out. My God. Agamemnon says, "Oh, is that kind of like a rip off of like Agamemnon, as in like that guy from the Iliad?" Did you watch season 6 of Game of Thrones? I watched like the first 7 episodes of Game of Thrones, and then, sorry, I'm just upping my pants here because I'm an old person and I wear my pants at waist height. I watched like the first 7 episodes, then I DVR'd a few, and then because I was in front of the TV, I watched the last episode, so I missed everything. But I've read the books and I've read all the Reddit tinfoil, so it was really, really fun to watch. It was interesting to see that conspiracy theories about A Song of Ice and Fire come true. The Lyanna Stark thing made me very, very happy to finally see on screen. George R. Martin will die soon because he's obese. So it's kind of nice to see D&D take over the show. Agamemnon also asks, how often do you check your privilege? I try to do it on a daily basis. Also asks, how is the bacon challenge coming along? I addressed this earlier, but I kept getting incredibly sick and nobody would really want to see me sitting in front of the screen being like, well, I was, up all night trying really hard not to throw up because I got sweet potato sushi and apparently I can't do that. So yeah, then everything else kind of went crazy. What else? And somebody else tweeted, this hostility seems rather one-sided, and they were tweeting at a conversation between me and Lauren Southern because we're both getting mad at each other for being fat. MKE Atheists asks, will you marry me? But I'm a filthy Catholic, so I don't know. If you're an atheist, I don't know why you'd want to marry a filthy Catholic. Like, what's even the point? Like, what is the point of me? Oh, Chopsticks can't watch. I'm sorry, sweetie. More scrolling. How's the tummy stuff, Margaret? Slightly broken. I have to get like this horrific probe thing at the end of July. It's really terrible, and I'm really not happy about it because I basically I still have a few inches of colon left, so I have to get like a weird butt scope, but they also have to put me under for it because I've had so much surgery and everything down there that for somebody like me, it would be extremely painful if I did not get put under for it. So that's going to be awful. So on July 27, just don't expect me to do anything because I'm not allowed to like drive or be around. Oh my God, give me 1 second. Do you have any favorite YouTubers? Actually, no. Other than AVGN, I really don't watch anybody on YouTube. I'm really terrible at media. Really very Who is the most interesting serial killer? Belle Gunness. She's amazing. I really, really like female serial killers because I don't understand how women can do that. Women just are less killy. We're not so good at killing people as men are, especially in a serial fashion. But Belle Gunness, look her up. There's a couple of really good documentaries about her on YouTube that talk about her fucked up life. She was just nuts. How did you get into copywriting? I pretty much fell backwards into it. I studied philosophy, so I'm good at writing, and I'm good at just picking things apart. And I have a family member who is in marketing, so I kind of learned from them. It turns out that you do copywriting on a site to if you're copywriting on a site, you're trying to find a way to get people to stay on that website for more than a few minutes, which does a lot for your Google rankings. So you need to know about SEO, and you need to understand how language works, and you need to understand how to convince people to keep reading your silly little bits of copy on the website. So if you're just a good writer, and if you're also a bit of a tech nerd who likes things like Google rankings, then pretty much anybody can get into it. And sorry, scrolling down here. Simon says, why is it so humid? I don't know. Simon lives a few streets away from me. I don't understand this either. It's really funny. Hi, Simon, if you're watching this. I like how you're also awake at 2 in the morning every morning playing Overwatch at the same time as me. And also, fuck you for killing me like 4 times in that game last week. because I only killed you like 3 times. No, you killed me 5 times, and I only killed you 3 times, and then we just ignored the rest of the match. What else? What else do we have here? Professor F says, should there be hair and eye color on Chinese driver's licenses? I don't know. I was listening to 2 people talk about traffic in China today, and I don't understand it. I don't understand how China works. It might be racist for me to say things about China. What else? Sorry. Yeah, and then I was asking people earlier about a Wi-Fi booster because we have like a bonfire right back, but I can't really take my laptop out there because I like to be lazy and sit on my lawn and talk to you people. Band Plan says, you look great. Thank you. Except I've been eating a lot of Nutella lately. It's kind of pathetic. I'll ask, what are the chances of you moving to the US someday? I don't know if I'd ever move there. I do love America. I love visiting America, but I'm really sick, which means I'm really expensive. So I don't know if I could afford to move to America. What else? People are complaining at me that I have to mow my lawn. I'm not in charge of the lawn mowing, so I apologize because I tweeted a photo of me earlier drinking beer next to my bonfire, and my lawn kind of has to be mowed. Whatever. Yeah, I also tweeted a picture of like those buns, like red bean paste buns, and they're both like mounds of like flesh-colored things. They're really delicious. You can just get them from any Chinese grocery and steam them. But Twitter actually flagged it because they thought it was boobs, which is really funny. Scrolling. Mary Banilo asks, what is your longest and most profane string of swear words? I'm not sure when the last time I really needed that long of a string of swear words because I can usually get it out with, just a couple of really, really emphatic, just like F words, Scrolling through more. Range extenders on my Wi-Fi. Maybe that'll work, hopefully. Ivan the Remover asks, will you twerk in your tracer leggings? I've seen Diva give head, so Blizzard has bigger fish to fry. Let's ignore the weird Diva comment. And yes, of course, I will twerk in my tracer leggings. I'm trying to figure out the best way to... I don't know if Vine is the best way to do it, or if I should just find somebody with a GIF maker. Because I'm trying to figure out a way to get some more tracer stuff. I don't know. But yeah, I do have tracer leggings now because somebody sent them to me, and they're absolutely fantastic. Lane asks, what role do you prefer in Overwatch? Definitely Mercy. I like support. I like playing Mercy and Pharah. I like the rangedness, and I like floating around. And I like ranged characters, basically. And why the hell haven't we played yet? It's because I saw you earlier. You were doing competitive play, and I have not gotten there yet. I'm still doing quick plays. What else do we go here? Oh my god, more stuff about toilet paper. I don't know what is wrong with you people. People are nuts. Weird stuff about anal sex. I don't know why you're always asking about that. Thrust_Hawk asks, how does life go on with no butthole? Asking for a friend. Very difficultly. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you guys the amazing story that I just heard. Anyway, a couple of months ago, I did a presentation to a massage therapy school because I'm a professionally trained belly dancer, and I think that human bodies are crazy interesting, and I like mine. Mine is really broken, and I think that it's broken in a really interesting way. So I spoke to this massage therapy school. I spoke to a few of the classes there about working with patients who have an ostomy, and I basically let all these students who are going to be professional registered massage therapists someday basically poke at me, and I would just show them like, here's where these muscles are different, and this is the kind of effect that surgery has on my diaphragm, and if you touch here you can see that there's no large intestine anymore. So it was a nice kind of literally a hands-on learning experience for these people who are going to be hands-on with patients. And, it's really important. Anyway, it turns out one of the classes that I spoke to, half the class ended up failing because they got zeros on professionalism because half the class walked out because they said it was disgusting and gross, and their teachers wrecked them. Students actually got up and left the class because I was showing, I had my tank top flipped up, and I was showing them my ostomy bag and explaining to them what happens when you have your large intestine removed, and students actually left and said I was disgusting, and they failed. It's amazing. I'm so excited. I can't tell you how exciting that is. I failed students. I feel so good about myself that these people are not like, that was just like a grapevine. It took months for that story to finally get around to me. Because like, it's a school, like nobody's really going to talk about it, but you hear things from the students and then the students' friends and the friends of the students' friends. It's absolutely amazing. Oh, my camera shut off for a second there. You're not missing anything. Yeah, like I like died laughing for several minutes. That's why I had to push the stream back for half an hour, because I really needed some time to laugh about it. Like, I can't believe students are so dumb as to say, oh my gosh, this patient is disgusting and gross. I have to leave. I can't touch her. Oh my gosh. What else? I'm scrolling through here more. Oh, good, I'm back. What is it? More stuff about toilet paper. What's wrong with you people? Warcat1 asks, how is Milo's privilege grant going? When will applications open, and is there plenty of funding? I'm no longer on the privilege grant. It's kind of like a mutual thing. I haven't been involved for approximately a couple of months. I don't really know. So I don't have that much information. So probably if you want to know more about the privilege grant, yeah, I no longer have a margaret@yiannopoulos.net account. Like, if you email margaret@yiannopoulos.net, you'll just get like a bounce back email and it'd be like, Margaret does not exist here anymore. And I also do not have a website, because my website was hooked to the Yiannopoulos servers. So I just like, one day I just woke up and I had none of these things, because I said things like, I don't know what's happening with the privilege grant and I'm not on it anymore. So I don't know. It's I wish that I honestly wish I had more information to tell you, but that's basically stuff that anybody could find out. If you go to the webpage, there's just no more Margaret there. And like, so I don't have any more information for you. I'm really sorry. And I have no idea how the funding worked on it, because like, I had nothing. It was all like secure funding stuff. It pretty much just went straight to the bank that was registered for it, I guess. So I wish that I had more information, but I really don't have more information. People are saying that they're tweeting at me. So yeah, so I've been doing work on the privilege grant for a while, and I don't know. I I need more payment, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing this stream, is because all of a sudden now that has not been a viable income stream for me for a very long time. So yeah, I'm definitely doing things like, please buy me things on my Amazon wish list, because I've done all this work and I have nobody's just not getting paid for stuff. So I don't know what happened to yeah, I don't know what happened to the privilege grant. It's just there. You can still get money to it, but have fun with that. What happens with you and Milo? Oh, I don't know. He's been busy. I've also been really busy lately, so I don't know what happens. Like, I am kind of doing my own thing. Somebody called me a traitor. I don't know why. I don't know what I did that makes me a traitor. I just said that I don't know what happened with the grant. What is it? Why was your Twitter account locked for a bit? That was just like mostly un-internet related stuff. Super boring. Yeah, I don't know. Simon, we'll have to have a beer sometime. This is how my life works. People are my buddy Simon is tweeting at me from a few streets that way. And he's saying like, why are you doing these things? And I'm just like, we'll just have a beer, and because I actually owe you a beer, because you paid for drinks last time we went out. So I need to go buy you some beer. What is it? I don't know what's happening here. Ostomy reversal, is that still an option for you in the future? Yes, but when I first had my surgery, they thought I had Crohn's disease, not ulcerative colitis. So it's just been this like hilarious, painful, ridiculous, just a whole bunch of ridiculousness. Has he paid you, damn it? For the privilege grant, it's been a very long time since I've received any money from that from that income source. It's really not. It's not a secure income source. Liberal lunacy just puts her toilet paper on the side of the bathtub, which I think is probably the cleanest way to do it. Sorry, I'm still just checking everybody's tweets. Said, drinks on me, Margaret, anytime. Come visit. Will you do more belly dancing? I sure as heck hope so, but I've been ridiculously busy. Yeah, Simon is in the chat here and he's saying nice, because yeah, the bill was like, it was almost $80, so I owe you a lot of beer. I remember it, buddy. I remember it. Yeah, so I need more money. So if people ever feel like giving me internet's money, I would appreciate that, because I have many, many sunk hours into a thing that I don't know if I'll get paid for. At this point, I don't even really want to go after it because I don't really want to start a fight, but, you know, lost time, lost money. Sorry, my roommate's texting me. Sorry, it's just long story short. Hi, Lauren. Are you watching this? Can you hear me somewhere? I don't know. I don't know where the cat is. Yeah, I'll just wait for some tweets to build up here, and let's see what else is happening. I also need internet's monies. We all need internet's monies. Dem boys need to kick Lucas and Jack. No, don't hurt Lucas and Jack. They're sweetie pies. Lauren's yelling at me. What? Yes? Huh? My roommate's yelling at me. No, she's fine. She'll survive. What's busy? I don't know. Like, I do other weird contract. My roommate is watching the next room, and there's a delay in the broadcast, so she can hear me talk, but she's also watching it from over there. Hi, Lauren. This is my life. Why aren't you wearing the Doom Guy suit? I don't know, because it's really difficult to walk in. You gotta read what everybody's saying here. How come no more Trump ASMR videos? Yes, Lauren. How come no more Trump ASMR videos? I keep getting, again, I can't really tell you guys what like other jobs I do in my life, but stuff just gets ridiculously in the way. I apologize. Somebody writes, she thinks her roommate is talking to her, but it's just a voice in her head. No, Lauren is real. Yeah, J6 says, send her $10 each to help her pay for that Mercy outfit. It would work. Oh, hi, the cat arrived. Hey, Muffin, what are you doing here? Cat's getting mad at me. What else? Yeah, actually, my buddy, one of my buddies, Lucas, in Ireland, is currently designing my Mercy leggings because a whole bunch, like I knew a whole bunch of people who were designing Overwatch leggings online, but then in the last couple of days, they've all been DMCA'd by Blizzard because Blizzard is like, hey, you're not allowed to sell Overwatch leggings. So I have to. So the leggings I was going to get have to be now purchased very sneakily. Whoa, that cat is plump as fuck. I think he's a Norwegian forest cat, so he's big and puffy. Yes, Lauren is in the chat. She says Lauren is hot. Yes, she is. She's lovely. Get out of the way, Margaret. Damn it, Pat. What are you doing here? He's been really upset at me because I haven't been around lately. I've been too busy house sitting. I thought it was a huge chicken at first. Why are you wearing a headset when you're the only one talking? Just to make it easy. So if everybody else is around, you can't hear my roommate yelling at me. Hi, Lauren. This is really weird. It's a little too meta for me. Lauren is a lie. Lauren is a myth. Lauren doesn't exist. Get Lauren in stream. No, do not ruin that poor lady. Are you a cosplayer now? Any chance for more produced videos? I don't know. Once you start doing cosplay, then you end up with a whole bunch of things like Bondo, and you understand how 3D printers work, and you have hot glue guns everywhere, and you have barge leather cement. So once you just start buying all this stuff for it, you're just kind of stuck in it for the rest of your entire life. Lauren says he's been sleeping on your bed. Oh, kitty cat. Yeah, I haven't been here the last few nights because I've been house sitting, and the cat has been apparently sleeping on my bed. Yes, dear. I'm talking to the cat while talking to the internet. What else? Madge, when are you going to cosplay Bastion? I don't have to cosplay Bastion. I play Mercy. I just need to get a Mercy staff and then do a. Well, it's not a debuff. It's a damage boost. Sorry. I'll just be Mercy and damage boost on somebody else's Bastion. How about that? Dream cosplay. Right now, my dream cosplay is either Commander Keen because I'm sad like that. For Halloween a couple of years ago, I dressed up as Mighty Max. I'll tweet that photo later. There's like one photo of me, and it's really, really hilarious. It's me kicking my friend who was dressed up as Batman. Because my friends were always nerds. It was just sad. But I think the Gordon Freeman cosplay is going to be my dream cosplay because this is my life. Very sad. It's going to be more of a Half-Life 2 Gordon Freeman because It's just less polygonal. Talking to the cat while talking to the internet is one and the same. It's true. Internet equals cats. Lauren M has no content, so I cannot stalk her. Please do not stalk my roommate. Your Instagram is hot, that is all. Thank you. Doing Foxy from FNAF. Ooh, which one? Like the scary Foxy? Like the overhang Foxy? Oh, sorry, yeah, I need to check my Twitters again. See if there's anything here. Okay, just have a whole bunch of messages from normies. Perfect. My buddy Simon is great. He says he's unemployed now, so we can be broke together. I propose day drinking soon. Yes. Everybody send me money to my PayPal, and I'll just go drinking with my buddy Simon. He's lovely. We can talk about internets. Somebody asked, you and Miley didn't have a falling out, did you? I don't think so. I still like him. I still follow him on the internet. He's funny, damn it. People are still arguing about toilet paper. What is wrong with you nuts? Oh my gosh. Need life. Chell from Portal. 1v1 Lauren Southern and Dark Souls. Depends on which Dark Souls. I haven't played any of the Darks. I played like 3 seconds of Dark Souls 2. And of course I died immediately. I was just like, oh, look at this like spooky graveyard. And then I died. I heard that it'd be interesting to see what the Dark Souls 1 community is up to these days. I heard that they had like a big fun thing a couple of weeks ago where everybody who was playing on the Steam servers got like a message saying, oh, we're going to do re-rolls on Dark Souls 1. Everyone's going to start out on their own. So they just had 8,000 people on the server one day playing re-roll Dark Souls 1 character. I'm sorry, that's really nerdy. Have you heard of Diogenes? Diogenes the dog? Yes, I love him. Where are the hoop earrings and flannel shirt? Both are in storage right now. They're in my basement. Do you like the Trailer Park Boys? Yeah, like I've met them. There's 3 people in Halifax, so we've literally met all of these people. Like it's really funny to be at a bar and just like Randy's there wearing a shirt. Like I think a couple of years ago I was at a bar and it was with a few of my friends, and one of my guy friends was up there dancing and he was tearing up the floor, and like just Randy appears out of nowhere to stop my friend and be like, I really love your dancing. You're having a really good time. And he just wandered away. And we're just like, what happened? Like, welcome to Halifax. You could be cutting up a dance floor in a terrible bar, and just Randy, the cheeseburger bandit, shows up and tells you you're really good. Fuck off, Randy. I've done background work for Trailer Park Boys movies before, it's really Nova Scotian. But like I ended up just getting cut out of the final cut because I'm always just like background lady number 3. Diogenes is a sign up, the guy that called Socrates a dumbass. Please stop using all caps at me. Build what? Smokes, let's go. Fuck off, Randy. Everyone's saying, yeah, Trailer Park Boys is pretty funny. When the first season of Trailer Park Boys came out, I knew many people who thought that it was a documentary because it is a very true to life representation of what this province is like. Very, very true to life. Because like a lot of the guys who were in the show, like they'd be bouncers at the bars, or like you'd just be out for a walk one day and you'd have to stop for 5 minutes because they're shooting a Trailer Park Boys scene. You're just like, I just wanted to go to the grocery store, but I guess J-Rock is shooting a scene where he's stealing stuff. Okay, I guess I'll wait here for a few minutes. It's just everywhere. Simon says, you've got to be kidding me. I've been further even more decided to use even go need to do look more as anyone I can. Can you really be far even as decided half as much to use go wish for that? Yes. My guess is that one really been far even as decided to use even go want. It is then he has really been far even as decided to use even go want to do look more like it's just common sense. So what's it like in LA? It's hot. It's fucking hot in Los Angeles. And I always look really out of place because I'm very pale. Know what I'm saying? Dead memes. I apologize. Like complain to somebody else about dead memes. Some of us remember this stuff, okay? Some of us were there when it happened. Deal with it. I wish I'd heard of MGTOW before I met my wife. Aw, that's sad. Can you even? I can't. I'm a white girl, but I've never had a pumpkin spice latte, so I don't know if I'm really allowed to be a total white girl. The movie you were making. I don't know. I thought that I was going to get funding for the movie that I was helping to fund, which I actually funded partly out of my own pocket, but then the funding decided to not exist. So, which really breaks my heart because I was trying to help fund a movie about men's rights in Canada, specifically domestic violence against men in Canada. Very, very specific. There's no like it's just that something that's so specific that it's really difficult to get funding. I was trying very hard to get funding, but then I just, people stopped answering emails and there was just no funding. And then I was out of pocket for quite a bit of money. So these things happen. Lauren don't reel. Lauren is real. She's just not dumb enough to come out on camera. Sometimes she does live streams. Lauren is on Periscope with me sometimes when we get takeout and we just sit on the floor and eat terrible Chinese food and talk to the internet. Margaret, I need to know, DC or Marvel? I don't think that I'm qualified to answer that. I've been watching a lot of the Marvel movies, but I really don't read many comics. I started reading Preacher, and I started reading Transmetropolitan. Both are very good. The Preacher TV show is fantastic. P.S. Everybody needs to be watching that. What else? Does Canada have a Donald Trump the way France, England, and Holland does? No, Canada is a background program that it still is running for some reason. I don't understand how Canada is still alive. So everybody get your last questions in because I'm really, really slow on this beer and I need to finish it. I still have another one in the fridge. I feel like I should probably do some sort of cleaning around here. Or I don't know, at least take off my false eyelashes. Who's your favorite Tuhu? I don't know, they're all such pure waifus. I can't really I can't really qualify one over the other. I'm sorry. Delicious warm beer, yeah. Wouldn't Rob Ford be Canada's Trump? Probably if the guy wasn't dead. Thoughts on Farage? I don't know much about Farage. I saw the Monk debate that he had with Mark Stein a couple of weeks ago, which was absolutely fantastic. I'm not getting any more Twitter notifications. I'm glad you troglodytes have stopped tweeting at me about toilet paper with your improper overhand fashion. Nut jobs. So yeah, keep asking me more questions, buddies. Do you need an American green card? Probably not. I can just go visit America. Yes, the Liberal Lunacy. We have to stream soon, but I know my schedule is probably going to be nuts for the next couple of weeks. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I apologize. Deal breaker for a relationship? I don't know. Punching me in the face? I'm just going to stick with that. It's a pretty big deal breaker, I guess. No, please never punch me in the face. I guess that I'm just going to stick with that. I don't know what's happening here. Okay, internet. Canada isn't in the real world. No, we really are just there. Asked another question about toilet paper. No, I'm really concerned. Crazy toilet paper people. Yeah, so I think that I've told most of my stories. Yeah, I've been really busy. I've been starting new fun contracts, some of which I can tell you about, like working on that music video, which was fun. And other stuff that I really can't, which is just boring copyright type stuff. What if you have one bucket with 4 gallons of water and one bucket with 7 gallons of water? How many buckets do you have? Too many buckets. Would you ever date a manlet? I don't know why people are so hung up about the height thing. I don't know, you could be like disabled and stuff. I really don't care. I'm also slightly broken. Just use wet wipes. That is degenerate and wasteful, honestly. And you can't flush wet wipes. So you're just gonna have to put that in the waste paper basket, not waste paper, the waste basket right next to you, and that is also kind of gross. Would you ever date a girl? No, I don't see the point of ever dating a girl. Are you religious? I would be a better Catholic if the current pope wasn't a communist. Margaret is a midget. Yes, I am. Simon says, you can't be a manlet next to a munchkin. Simon is one of those people who can confirm to you that I am indeed a midget. Lauren, my roommate, also says, Margaret is a midget. I have tiny feet. Everybody hates me because they can't even borrow shoes from me. Damn stumpy feet. You have flushable wet wipes in New Zealand? That's amazing. What the hell? No, you're not. Like, I think that in a lot of places you're not supposed to flush wet wipes, so you have to be careful about that. I want to feed you cheese. Depends on the type. I do like brie. Send brie. Can I put cheese on my Amazon? No. I don't know. I think that's pushing it. I have to do these more often. This is more fun, but I do need to drink myself some more beer. And I will probably eventually have to, yeah, I'm getting messages from other people that I have to go do Skype calls with other fun people. So about work, because it's 1:45 in the morning and everybody that I work with decides that the working hours are between 12 midnight and 6 a.m. Oh my gosh. I wear size 3 shoes. Oh my God, you're so teeny tiny. Senbri, ooh, I wish. Ben Shapiro is shorter than Margaret. I can prove it with a scientific breakdown. I don't know, like I've spoken to people who have known Ben Shapiro for many years, and they've all confirmed that he is indeed very short. Yeah, I need to I need to start streaming with other people, which would give me time to actually like knock back some alcohol. Hey, look, it's Canada Day now, at least on this coast. Are you taller than Ben Shapiro? I don't know. I probably hold myself taller than Ben Shapiro. Also, I wear heels. Also, I'm not ashamed of my short height. Have you fixed the toilet paper? Fuck you, Lucas. Go the fuck to bed. Fucking Irish bastard. Yeah, that Lucas guy commenting is the guy. My roommate's yelling that it's Canada Day. She exists, I swear to fuck. Have you fixed the toilet paper? Fuck you, Lucas. Go right the fuck to hell. Yeah, my buddy Lucas is a dick, and Lucas says, if you have not fixed the toilet paper, do it now. You know what, Lucas? We found a better way to do the toilet paper. We actually have, like, in the bathroom that's right near me, it's actually like an upright thing, and then the toilet paper goes on top of it like that. So it's fantastic. We avoid a lot of trouble like that. Simon is also saying, Lauren, please. Simon, you'll have to come up someday. I'm obviously not going to tell people where I live on stream, but yeah, you'll have to come up. We have a fire pit in the backyard. It's pretty nice. We have several boxes of things to burn. I don't know. Simon, what are you doing tomorrow? Anybody who's watching this thinks that I'm hitting on him, but we've been friends for like too long, at least 12 years. Oh God. Upright toilet paper stands are against God. You know what, Lucas? Shut the fuck up. Lucas is the guy who's supposed to be designing my Mercy leggings right now. So Lucas, get right the fuck to work. Yeah, Simon, come on over. Or just like follow your nose, smell the fire. Halifax is very small. It's really easy to find literally all of us here. Marge is standing on top of the cat right now. Yeah, the cat is giant. People keep commenting on my Instagrams where it's like me standing next to the cat, and they're like, oh my God, either Margaret is 4 feet taller, the cat is giant. It's pretty much both, to be quite honest. Yeah, so I've been staring at this beer for a while. It's really warm. I really want to go finish my other beer in the fridge. It was really, really lovely talking to all of you, even though I'm just talking to the screen, and also kind of talking to my roommate who's in the other room. Hi, Lauren. Lauren, let's finish our beers. She'll hear me in a minute. Oh, Lauren, you should come over to, you should go to the place that I'm house sitting tomorrow and help me clean because it's kind of a mess. Also, there's more beer in the fridge at that place. So she says hi. Okay. Okay, Lucas says, I'm going to make leggings with pictures of dicks on them, you whore. Fuck you, Lucas. Yeah, Lucas is, everybody bully Lucas because if it's Lucas's fault if I don't get my Mercy leggings in on time, you stupid bastard. Okay, so everybody go to bed. Seriously, do more Trump ASMR, please. Like I'd like to, but it's always hard to find time because you know, other work things. Also, it's hard to like I love doing Patreon type stuff, but it's always like I have to do this many hours of work and then I have to wait like 4 weeks later until I finally get paid for it, which is not my favorite scheme in the world. It's harder to make rent that way. So anyway. Yes, everybody bully Lucas. Lucas, make the leggings invisible. No, don't do that. That's terrible. Lucas is my friend. The Mercy costume is awesome. It looks super cool right now. Okay, everybody go to bed. Yeah, everybody good night. I'm not going to go to bed yet. I'm just going to keep drinking beer in my backyard. That is my plan. Okay. Now for the slow, awkward thing where I wish they had just like a panic button on these things. It just said like, well, I have the stop broadcast button on this, but I wish that there was a bigger panic button because there's nothing worse than slowly struggling to figure out how to turn off a live stream. Anyway, guys. What, Lauren? This is a really inefficient way to communicate with me, Lauren. Okay, Lauren wants to go out. So okay, good night, everybody. Keep tweeting things at me, and please keep bullying me to do more of these because they're absolutely fantastic. Okay, bye, muffins.